Hi, everybody. I'm Anne with Modern Salon, and I am sitting across from Elyse Rox. You know Elyse by her voice on social media. She's a passionate advocate for our industry. She does beautiful transformational color. She takes us behind the scenes, but she also talks about things that are kind of showing up in our industry, things that are showing up in stylists' life and how they approach their own work. And one of the things I wanted to talk about with Elyse, because she's touched on it a little bit, is something that we all call imposter syndrome. So, Elyse, I want you to kind of describe what you mean when you say imposter syndrome and how it relates to our industry.
I think we all kind of deal with a little bit of imposter syndrome, like, oh my gosh, I'm not as good as I think I am, or people think I'm better than I actually am. I know I have a large following. Not like the hugest, but like I have a bigger following than most people on Instagram. And maybe people come to me and they think I'm going to do like the best hair in the world. And they're just like, well, it's just like any other hairdresser. She didn't really knock my socks off, right? Or people are like, oh my God, she's like amazing, right? Oh my God, Elyse Rox. I'm like, girl, I'm just a girl. Stop. Or people are like, oh my God, I want to do hair like that. I'm never going to do hair like that. Oh, I'm never going to be a good hairdresser like that person. Oh, I just suck. I'm never going to live up to that. And then that's when I get into like the other, industry and say, no plastic surgeon shows you their book of bad boobs that they did. You know, like nobody shows you their bad work. I'm not going to show you what I did bad. I'm only going to put my best work forward on my Instagram page. I'm gonna say, well, look at this really bad balayage I did. Come book an appointment, So like you always have to put your best work forward, whatever work you do. And so, obviously somebody's gonna put their best work out there and you're going to say, well, I'm never going to do work like that. Well, no, because you're not that person. So stop comparing yourself first and foremost. Comparison is the root of all evil on social media. That's all, like you can see it in more than just hairdressing. You can see it in life, right? Like I need that Gucci bag. I need that car. I need this. I need that so I can live this status, right? Well, maybe if I buy this particular product, I'll do hair like so and so. It's like the name of the game, right? That's why people send you stuff. Like if she uses my stuff, people will see it and they'll go, oh, well, then I can get these results if I use this product, and then they'll buy our product and then they'll do hair like Elyse Rox. Come on, guys, it's my hands, right? It's my techniques. You want to learn how to do hair like me? Pretty much give me anything, show me how to use it and I'll use it and I'll do the same work, really. And that's what imposter syndrome is about, comparing yourself to other people and making yourself try and live up to somebody else's expectations, and you're never going to because you're not them
Yeah.
and you don't do their work.
Yeah. Yeah. We say compare and despair.
Right.
As soon as you compare, you despair. And you pointed out it's social media that so often does that to us. But would you say that people did that before social media, felt like that feeling of, or stylists felt like, I really shouldn't be here. I'm really not ready to do this. I mean, it's just a sort of insecurity that shows up too, just as a human.
I mean, what did you have it to compare it to? The girls in your salon that you worked with? There was nothing out there. A hair magazine that maybe you thumbed through? You didn't have social media to compare it to. You had a hair magazine, you had people walking on the street. I mean, like, you didn't have this. And now you have AI to compare it to compete with. So good luck with that. But like now you have Photoshop, you have all of that to compete with. So it's like, no, like you have all this two-dimensional image to compare to real life image on top of it, right? I want this. Okay, let's be realistic. Okay, it's a great inspiration. I don't mind when people bring me AI photos. Like, okay, that's a great start. Like, I love that. But just let you know, this is an AI image.
Do you, so you yourself, you have gotten to a point where you can look through work and you recognize, oh, that's about the angle, the lighting, the hair pulled forward. I mean, you've gotten there. what do you tell other stylists who start to, feel like an imposter, who start to feel like I'm not good enough?
Well, I think that, when they say fake it till you make it, it's not about doing hair, it's about your confidence. And when you present yourself with confidence, it's all about your presentation to the person. Because if you go and second guess your work, now your client's going to second guess your work. I think I was actually on another podcast where I talked about this with somebody, and at the end, when people are like, "Well, you're finishing it," you're like, "Oh my god, it looks amazing! Look at how this just brightens up your face, and it looks so pretty around your face, and oh my god, look at look at the front, look at this highlight right here." That's me, okay? When I'm done with your hair, I'm praising my work, okay? Now, I'm standing next to somebody and they're working and they're like, "Well, if you don't like the tone, just give me a call, okay? And if you're unhappy with anything, just give me a call." What are you doing? You just put all this doubt in your client's hair, in your client's mind about your work. How about back yourself up, say, "You look amazing. You look rocking. Like I just changed your life. You look beautiful." Like, don't lie, but do damn good work and back yourself up. You know?
That's yeah, and even if you are faking it,
Yeah,
do it. But do you know it's so true because, like you said, the client who's maybe not that informed even about what they're looking at, if you suddenly introduce doubt. So this is what you would tell somebody who says, "I'm really suffering from imposter syndrome."
right.
You
They,
would
they
say,
need to build more confidence in themselves because
and
they're
stop
the one.
comparing
And
themselves.
stop comparing themselves. Exactly. Because they're the one that's creating the imposter syndrome. And the only way to get rid of it is to stop creating it. They're the one that's creating all of this.
Do you think too? I mean, there is just a component of true confidence that sort of comes from feeling competent. Like you feel more confident if you feel competent. If you feel like I've done this haircut 200 times to get to the point where I'm ready to do it on the
Agree with like education. And if you
yeah,
don't know how to do something, seek help. You cannot learn on Instagram. Instagram is not hair education. Can you pick up a trick? Absolutely. Can you find something that's really cool and you can take it back to the salon? Yes. But it is not a replication for hair education. Period.
right. Right. And it's a shortcut, but I mean, it's not going to make you feel more confident
No,
necessarily in what you're doing.
absolutely not. So you need to seek education. You have to go find education. If you like when I learned how to do balayage, right? I'm like, I could do this. I could do anything. Yeah, what I did was give myself like a whole bunch of color corrections and I'm like, done. I'm done. I'm not touching this again until I find somebody to teach me how to do it. So I found somebody to teach me how to do it, and now I know how to do it. But I wasn't going to do it until I found somebody how to teach me how to do it properly. And then when I learned, then it was fine. And I took more classes, like you said, until I nailed it. And I nailed it, and balayage was something was definitely that, was a practice makes perfect kind of thing because
Yeah.
it is not easy.
Oh,
Over painting and all that kind of stuff. So, but yeah,
I'm
but
so
definitely.
happy. I'm so happy you're talking to us because your voice is so as you said, you're not showing your worst stuff out there, but we can all assume, we all know what social media is about. It's about presenting, and also it is a portfolio of your work if you're trying to attract clients. Yeah. Um, any final words? What would you say to anybody who's struggling today with imposter syndrome?
Just stop comparing yourself. Like you do you. Like you have your own techniques. Educate yourself. Practice makes perfect. And the more you do, the better you'll be and create your own looks. And then that way people will look up to you and hope that they do hair like you.
Oh, Elise, thank you so much for your time. I'm so glad we had this chance to talk.
Oh, thanks for having me. You're welcome.